Okay, so we have our setup to make some lead balls and lead bullets for our Burnside here. Let's go over some of the items that we have that we're going to need. First thing is the hot plate that I have. This way I can do it wherever I want to do it, outside of the house in the open air, because lead is toxic and you don't want to be breathing the fumes if you don't have to. Sometimes I wonder if the government doesn't just tell us that lead is toxic so that we won't make bullets, but that remains to be seen. So what I've got here is my double burner hot plate outside on my picnic table. I've got my lead in a little lead pot that you can buy aftermarket, and the lead is just starting to heat up in there. It's still solid, so about a half an hour. Up on high, it'll melt. One thing to keep in mind is that you have to have everything hot. I have a dipper right here next to my mold, and these are on the other hot plate side, the other side of the hot plate. You want everything to be hot, because if it's cold, you're going to get inclusions in your bullet or your ball, and it'd be junk. Basically, you have to make another one. So I also use my propane torch over here to heat up especially the dipper, because the dipper has, let's see if I can show you, has a little tiny hole on this side of it that you scoop and then you dip into the top of the mold, and this little hole gets plugged up pretty easily, so we have to keep it red hot, literally red hot, so that the lead doesn't plug the hole. The lead that you can use is any pure lead. There's all kinds of sources for lead. Believe it or not, old pipes in the house used to be lead. That's a lead pipe right there. Wheel weights, pure lead sometimes. Sometimes they have zinc and other stuff in it, but wheel weights are made out of lead. Lead sheet for like fixing roofs and stuff like that. And you can also buy lead in ingot forms, like this one right here. This is a lead ingot that I got from a company. I forget which one. It was a mail order, but that's pure lead. That's heavy. That's about, I don't know, 6 or 7 pounds. Okay, and some other items that I have out right now is some patch grease, which you can also heat up, and it melts and becomes clear. Right now it kind of looks like butter, but we'll be using that. And the last thing that I have here is Lead-X. This is a product that is used to get impurities out of the lead. It makes it float on the top of the lead, and you can scoop it off. Like I've got this little spoon here. Pour the Lead-X in, stir it around, and after a minute or so you can just scoop the impurities right off the top of the lead. And probably the most important thing that you're going to need is right here, a pair of gloves. You don't want to get burns on your hands because of the lead splattering. Makes a big difference. Okay, and let's see if we can make some bullets. Okay, so everything is ready to go. Got my lead melted. It's ready for casting. Got my mold. Mold is closed and ready. Have my propane burner running. I start off by helping to heat up my dipper. Make it nice and hot. It makes a big difference. Torch really helps. It's nice and hot. I'm going to scoop the lead. I'm right-handed. So scoop. And pour. Tripped a little there. That's why you want to be wearing clothing that can withstand the heat. So now I just poured the lead in my mold, casting the balls. I use a block of wood. The shears off the top. A little bit of lead that's left over. We open, we drop them out. We got one good one out of that one. One bad one. Still kind of cold. It gets better as you cast. Things heat up. Put all that back in there. The more you cast, the more things heat up, and the better that your balls or your bullets will come out. So let's give it a try again. Making sure everything is nice and hot. Scoop. Pour. That didn't work at all. These are still cold. Let's check and see how things are. I'll get a tiny bit in there. Alright, here we go. Let's try it again. Scoop. Pour. There's another good one. We got a little bit of lead with my sprue cutter in my mold. We'll do it one more time. The top plate really helps things out. Thing is, you want to keep everything as clean as possible. And you want your dipper to be as hot as possible, so it doesn't cool off on you and choke that little hole right there. So one more time. Scoop, pour, and pour. Dump out the excess. And I think we got us a good one this time. Let's check and see. And we did. Another thing we can try is to try this mold here. We can try and make some bullets instead of balls. Get our dipper ready. Got a little bit of lead up in there. There she goes. Alright, so let's try and make a bullet. Scoop some lead. Fill up the mold. Dump out the excess. And let it sit for a second. Then we'll open up the mold. Oh yeah. There's a bullet. It's going to need to be trimmed, but as you can see, it works pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll trim off the sprue on the back of that bullet and look everything over to make sure that nothing else needs to be trimmed. And the next thing is to load our cases.